Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. There's a quiet intensity around Roki Sasaki these days, and it's not just stretches of the season. It's because he asked for this. That's right, Roki Sasaki, the 23-year-old phenom from Japan, was the one who initiated the conversation to start on just 5 days rest. For context, this isn't something Japanese pitchers typically do. In Nippon professional baseball, the norm is a full 6 days between starts, sometimes more. But Sasaki? He looked at a relentless 10-game road trip, a worn-down bullpen, and a looming showdown with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and said, "Put me in early." That's not just guts. That's leadership. That's belief. And that's a sign that this kid, still adjusting to the MLB grind, is already thinking like a big leaguer. This isn't a guy just along for the ride. Roki wants the wheel. Now, let's talk about the context here. The Dodgers are on a brutal stretch. 10 games, no off days, all on the road. The rotation has held its own remarkably well. All 6 starters have gone at least 5 innings in their outings, keeping the bullpen from being completely fried. Even Ben Kasparius, in the lone bullpen game, went 4 solid frames. Then you've got Landon Knack and Matt Sauer combining for a full 9-inning masterpiece in a 10-1 rout of the Marlins. That's grit. That's depth. But it's also not sustainable without some calculated risks. Enter Yamamoto and Sasaki. Both Japanese imports, both used a more cushion between starts. And yet here they are, being asked to step up. For Yamamoto, this isn't new. He had a taste of the 5-day rhythm last year. But for Sasaki, it's completely foreign. And yet, he was the one who said, "Let's do it." Dave Roberts didn't hide his surprise. The Dodgers skipper was clear. While Yamamoto had some experience with this type of workload, Sasaki didn't. But when Sasaki brought it up, Roberts saw that fire, that drive. "I think he's looking forward to it," Roberts said. You don't say that about every rookie pitcher. Most guys in their first MLB season are just trying to survive, to figure out the differences between Tokyo Dome and Dodger Stadium, between Japanese lineups and guys like Ronald Acuna Jr. Sasaki's over here lobbying to pitch on shorter rest. That tells you everything you need to know about how seriously he takes his craft. It also shows that he's starting to feel comfortable, not just physically, but mentally. He's not overwhelmed. He's engaged. That's huge for a guy with this much upside. And let's not pretend it's been all smooth sailing for Sasaki. His start of the season was shaky, even a bit turbulent at times. But recently, he's stabilized. 4 straight starts of at least 5 innings. That's progress. That's consistency. That's what the Dodgers were hoping to see when they brought him over. And don't forget, he's only 23. There's still plenty of growing to do, plenty of adjustments to make. But this stretch, it started to feel like Sasaki is finding his rhythm. And that matters more than ever with the Diamondbacks on deck. This isn't a bottom-feeding team. Arizona is dangerous, and the Dodgers need every arm firing on all cylinders. Sasaki stepping up now isn't just helpful. It's necessary. Still, there's a layer of caution that comes with all this. Sasaki's last start against the Braves was his most demanding yet. He threw a season-high 98 pitches. That's a big number for any pitcher, let alone one in his rookie campaign. So while the Dodgers are trusting him to take the ball on 5 days rest, they're not throwing caution to the wind. The bullpen, thankfully, is rested. That means Sasaki will likely be on a short leash. If he starts to labor or if pitch count spikes early, expect Roberts to go to the pen. But that's okay. This isn't about trying to turn Sasaki into a workhorse overnight. This is about testing limits, smartly, safely, and with long-term success in mind. And that brings us to the other storyline around Roki right now, the fastball. Oh yeah, remember that? The triple-digit thunderbolt that made him a legend in Japan? It's still there, sort of, but the velocity dip is real. It started last season in the NPB and has followed him across the Pacific. It's subtle, but noticeable. His fastball, which once regularly touched 101 to 102 miles per hour, is now more in the 96 to 98 range. Still impressive, but not quite the same weapon it once was. And Roki knows it. He's not satisfied. He's spoken openly about it. He wants that fireballer reputation back. But here's the impressive part. He's not chasing velocity at the expense of his other pitches. He's evolving, becoming more of a complete pitcher, not just a flamethrower. And honestly, that's the most encouraging sign yet. Young pitchers often get fixated on speed, especially when that's what put them on the map. But Sasaki isn't falling into that trap. He's focusing on sequencing, command, off-speed deception. That shows maturity. That shows confidence in his full arsenal. And long-term, it's going to make him a nightmare for hitters. Because when you pair even a slightly dialed-back fastball with a wipeout splitter, a sharp slider, and a changeup he's still refining, you've got the recipe for an ace. Maybe not today, maybe not this season, but soon. And the Dodgers know it. That's why they're letting him stretch out. That's why they're listening when he says, "I'm ready." Friday's game against the Diamondbacks is going to be a telling one. Not just for the standings, not just for the road trip, but for Roki Sasaki's trajectory. Is he truly ready to handle the MLB grind? Can he adapt his routine, sharpen his command, and still dominate without relying solely on the radar gun? These are the questions that will start to be answered in that game. But regardless of what happens in those 6 or 7 innings, one thing is clear. Sasaki isn't afraid of the moment. He's not just some kid riding hype. He's putting in the work, facing the fire, and asking for more. That's rare. That's special. And for the Dodgers, that's everything. Because this team, stacked as it is with stars, knows that to win it all, they need more than talent. They need toughness. They need arms that can carry them through long stretches. They need guys like Sasaki to grow fast, to step up, and to want the ball when it matters. And right now, it looks like Roki's answering that call. Not with perfect pitches, not with eye-popping numbers, but with intent, with drive, with the kind of mindset that turns potential into performance. It's still early, sure, but the signs are there. And if you're a Dodgers fan, you should be excited, because Roki Sasaki isn't just adjusting to Major League Baseball. He's leaning into it. He's embracing the pressure, the pace, the expectations. He's not just another international signing. He's a competitor, a worker, a future ace. And this 5-day rest moment, it could be the turning point. The star of Sasaki 2.0, the version that doesn't just flash brilliance, but delivers it consistently. So watch closely Friday night. You might be witnessing the moment Roki Sasaki fully arrives. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. The MLB world is absolutely shaking right now, and for good reason, because if the latest rumors are even halfway true, we're talking about the kind of blockbuster moves that redefine not just a team season, but the very power structure of the league. Word on the street is that the Los Angeles Dodgers, yes, the already stacked Dodgers, are not just thinking big, they're going mega. We're talking about 3 potential trades that would send shockwaves through baseball. Shohei Ohtani, Teoscar Hernandez, and Ha-Seong Kim are all reportedly headed to LA in a jaw-dropping series of moves. But that's not all. This isn't just a rumor mill churning out dreams. The cherry on top? JUAN Soto, one of the brightest stars in the game today, is confirmed to be joining the Dodgers. That's right. The Dodgers might have just built the most dangerous lineup in modern baseball history. Let's break this down, because what we're witnessing here is potentially one of the most aggressive and game-changing off-seasons any MLB franchise has pulled off. First off, Shohei Ohtani. This is the name that sends fans into a frenzy, and understandably so. The guy is once in a century. A true two-way phenomenon. The type of talent that makes managers, owners, and fans alike salivate at the possibilities. Ohtani has been the most coveted player on the market for years now, and the idea of him suiting up in Dodger blue is both thrilling and terrifying for the rest of the league, that is. Just imagine a pitching rotation where Ohtani throws every 5th day, then turns around and smacks 40 home runs a season as your designated hitter. We're talking about rewriting the rulebook here. It's not just about adding talent. It's about adding legend. Then there's Teoscar Hernandez, a name that might not be as flashy to the casual fan, But baseball insiders know exactly how dangerous this guy can be. Power, speed, and raw athleticism. Teoscar brings an explosive energy to any outfield he joins. With the Dodgers, he wouldn't need to carry the offense on his back. Instead, he fits in as another high-caliber weapon in an already absurdly loaded lineup. He's the kind of player who thrives with protection around him, and in L.A., he'd have the likes of Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and now possibly JUAN Soto and Ohtani batting around him. Pitchers won't have anywhere to breathe. Teoscar could be the X-factor who consistently turns games around in the middle innings. Add to that his ability to cover ground in the outfield, and you have an elite-level addition that's not being talked about enough. Now let's talk about Hye-Sung Kim, the South Korean infielder who's made serious waves over the past few seasons. Known for his slick glove and incredible defensive instincts, Kim is the kind of player every championship team needs. Not just a star, but a glue guy. He makes the tough plays look easy, brings versatility to the infield, and his bat has been steadily improving year after year. With the Dodgers, Kim provides insurance, flexibility, and a high baseball IQ that fits perfectly into the franchise's winning culture. Whether he's playing shortstop, second base, or filling in at third, Kim's going to make life miserable for opposing hitters with his range and rocket arm. Offensively, he's sneaky good. Don't be surprised if he ends up hitting .280 with clutch RBIs and heads-up base running that swing momentum in tight games. But let's not bury the lead, because JUAN Soto is confirmed. This isn't rumor. This isn't hearsay. It's done. Soto is a Dodger. This is the kind of move that sends an already potent lineup into another galaxy. Soto, just 26 years old, already has a World Series ring, a batting title, and multiple All-Star selections under his belt. He's got one of the best eyes at the plate in the entire game, and when you pair that with his ability to drive the ball to all fields, he becomes a nightmare matchup for any pitcher. In Dodger Stadium, with that short right field and constant sunshine, Soto could realistically put up MVP-caliber numbers every single year. The Dodgers didn't just land a superstar. They landed the guy who could dominate the next decade of baseball. Think about this. Mookie Betts leading off, followed by Freddie Freeman, then Shohei Ohtani, JUAN Soto, Max Muncy, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith, Hye-Sung Kim. It's almost unfair. You're looking at an all-star team dressed up as a regular MLB roster. Opposing teams will have to make tough decisions every single inning. Who do you pitch to? Who do you walk? What do you find an out? The margin for error just got microscopic for NL pitchers. And beyond the names, there's chemistry. Most of these guys are known leaders, hard workers, and team-first players. The Dodgers aren't just building a juggernaut on paper. They're constructing a culture of excellence that's almost impossible to compete with. And let's be clear, this wasn't just a flex. This was strategy. The Dodgers knew their 2024 campaign fell short of expectations, and instead of licking their wounds, they've decided to go nuclear. They've capitalized on market opportunities, leveraged their deep farm system, and flexed financial power to turn their 2025 roster into something we've never quite seen before. This isn't a short-term gamble either. All signs point to LA making long-term commitments to Soto and Ohtani, creating a new era of Dodgers baseball that could rival the Yankees' late 90s dynasty or the Big Red Machine of the 70s. This is legacy building, not just season saving. Now, obviously, questions remain. Will the chemistry click right away? Can the egos be managed? How will manager Dave Roberts juggle this embarrassment of riches? But if any organization has proven it knows how to handle talent and pressure, it's the Dodgers. They've made deep playoff runs, won all recently, and they got a front office that's arguably the sharpest in baseball. The fans should be ecstatic, and frankly, the league office might be a little nervous. Super teams like this don't come around often, and when they do, they tend to dominate. We could be witnessing the start of another dynasty, one that lights up Hollywood in every sense of the word. And look, it's not just about wins and losses, though those will definitely pile up. This is a move that reinvigorates the fan base, sells out every seat in the stadium, floods the merch shops, and puts the Dodgers back in primetime headlines night after night. Baseball, as a sport, benefits when a team like the Dodgers goes all in like this. Love them or hate them, you're going to watch. And in a media era where attention is currency, LA just bought themselves the richest stock imaginable. Every at-bat will be must-see TV. Every series will feel like October. And every kid in Southern California just found 5 new heroes to look up to. So buckle up, folks. Whether you're a diehard Dodger fan or someone hoping to see this experiment crash and burn, one thing's for sure. 2025 is going to be absolutely wild. With Ohtani, Soto, Teoscar, and Kim in the fold, the Dodgers have officially declared war on mediocrity. They're not just going for it, they're going all in. And for baseball fans everywhere, that's the kind of drama, excitement, and chaos we live for. The arms race is over. The Dodgers just won it. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.